Probably the lowest though I'd ever felt, in my motorsports journey. The cool thing about a front wheel drive car though, when it does get really sideways, you can really pull it out of some pretty aggressive slides because the front wheels are just going to pull the thing forward.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if you ever watch like British Touring Car, which is one of the best race series to watch, I think, those guys will hit each other. They'll knock a car pretty much 90 degrees and still be able to pull that thing straight. So you can do some fairly unique things with a front wheel drive car, and personally, I like it a lot. But you really have to be mindful of the tire and not over, driving it because the tires are doing the front tires are doing everything. They're braking, they're turning, they're accelerating. They're constantly under load. So it's easy to overdo it.
Yeah, I didn't think about the fact that literally the front is doing everything.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, you could burn up a tire pretty darn fast if you, I mean, just the braking alone. And then, man, I never even thought about that. But I
They're
never
fun,
thought
man.
there was a diesel, you know, Jetta racing series either. I'm assuming that's still not around.
No, it
Yeah.
was only around for 3 years.
And you got to do
Um,
it. Did you go to the
two.
third year or where did you go from there once you got your second year?
So they had an age limit on the series. So I was 26 now at this time, and it was for 16 to 26-year-olds was the age range to
So
participate.
you're
And so
like the
after the
old
second year, I
man.
aged out.
Yeah, you're like the old guy.
Yeah.
They were glad to see you
So,
go.
but it was a good group of guys. There was the guys that ran the series, Mark Miller and Ryan Arciero. They're really well accomplished off-road racers. Dakar racers and Baja 1000. These kind of races. These guys were really dominating that part of the motorsports arena. And then they brought in an ex IndyCar driver named Jan Halen. Um, and he was like our driver coach for the series, and so I learned so much from those guys just in terms of being a professional driver. And I guess they liked me enough that in 2010, the last year of the series, even though I'd aged out, they wanted me to come back as like a coach and to help the other drivers that were still in the series. And so I ended up doing that. That was probably the lowest though I'd ever felt, in my motorsports journey.